Okay, we're on number 4 now. It says, how many real numbers are solutions to the equation? And I got to be honest with you, I'm kind of curious about that. How many real numbers, how many solutions are to that problem? So I want to go to the whiteboard and see if I can write it down at least. So it's problem number 4. And the first thing I notice is you got a root, and it's nested. And let me put this over here, minus 4 root x minus 3. By the way, just looking at that, there's some restrictions on the x, by the way, but let's not worry about that too much. For example, just looking at the x has to be greater than 3. And then I got other problems too, but let's worry about that later. Another nested root. Let me make sure I copied it right. X plus 1 minus 4. Well, immediately what I notice over here is I notice there's these things here are identical. So what I'm going to do is just simplify the problem. I'm going to use a substitution. I'm going to say u is equal to the root of x minus 3, with the understanding that u has got to be a positive number now. All right? So I'm going to put down u squared. And u squared would equal x minus 3. Or you could say u squared plus 3 is equal to x. All right? So what I'm going to do is just, hopefully it's going to simplify the problem a little bit. I'm not sure if it is, though. I'll put this one over here. So you'd get x plus 1. That would be u squared plus 4 now. Minus 4u. So u squared plus 4 minus 4u. Let's put this one over here. It's going to, x plus 6 now. You're going to get u squared plus 9. That's not so bad. Minus 6u. Well, I'm noticing something about these guys over here. Let me write this down for you. I have this thing over here looks like a perfect square. So it looks like u minus 2 quantity squared. And this also looks like a perfect square. It looks like u minus 3 squared. All right, let's keep going. Now, these roots are going to be tough, though. And the reason I have to use the absolute value symbol. U minus 2, absolute value, by the way, and u minus 3, absolute value, by the way. So the way to simplify this over here, I got to remove those absolute value symbols. And I got to get cases down. And one case I'm going to put down, the easy case, is where u is greater than 3. And if that's the case, what do you get? You get u minus 2 plus u minus 3 is equal to 1. You would get 2u is equal to 6, or u is equal to 3. Well, you know what? If I say u is greater than 3, I'm going to throw that one out. So I'm going to throw that one out now. Now, the next thing I want to do is write down if u is between 3 and 2. All right? So I already did above 3. Now I'm going to do 2 and 3. And then last but not least, I'll do when u is going to be below 2. Let's write this one down. And what's that going to look like? Let's see. If I'm between 2 and 3, I'm between 2 and 3, I'm going to get u minus 2 minus the u and then a plus 3 is equal to 1. And what do you get there? The u's disappear, and you get 1 equals 1. Okay, so right now I know that any u between 2 and 3, including those numbers, is going to be an identity. So this is a solution to the problem right over here. Now I want to do u less than 2. And what would you get? You would get minus u plus 2 minus u plus 3 is equal to 1. You get minus 2u, let's see, plus 5 is equal to 1, minus 2u is equal to minus 4, and u is equal to 2. Well, I'm going to throw that one out because it's not less than 2. So now the problem comes is that I got the u, but I don't want the u. I want the x. What was u? Let's go back up here. It was the square root of x minus 3. This doesn't look bad to do, by the way. I'll tell you the number one reason why. Looking at it, I know x has to be greater than or equal to 3. And so I'm going to say everything's positive. Just square all the sides, by the way. You get 4. X minus 3. I get 9. I'm going to add 3 to all sides. I get 7. I get x. And then I get 12. So x can be any real number between 7 and 12. All right? I want to go back and read the question, though. How many real numbers are solutions to the following equation? Infinite is the answer. Infinite number. And what are those numbers going to be? All of those numbers satisfy that. And that's remarkable, by the way. All right? And we're done. Thank you.